This is Arturia J-37. As the name implies, the J-37 is a digital recreation of an analog tape machine. More specifically, the Studer J-37. Which means you have the warm analog tape sound perfectly recreated by Arturia here. And before I continue with this video, I do want to clarify that Arturia did send me out early access to this plugin, but they are not paying and are not directly sponsoring this video, so this video won't be seen by Arturia until it's released. So what is the J-37? I already told you guys that it is an analog tape emulation, specifically a studio recorder. So what this machine does, it emulates and replicates the tonality of doing a final mix bounce of a analog studio tape. So here on the J-37, it's a really simple interface. It's really beautifully designed. We have our color here, which changes the value or the tape here. As you guys can see, it changes colors here on the tape. And what this is doing is giving you different characteristics or different tonals, different tones for each tape. So the more squiggly the lines, the more destroyed, the more vintage it's gonna sound. While the straight line is gonna sound as pure and as clean as possible. This is gonna sound the oldest and the vintages of these all. And then we have a modern here, which is gonna flatten the low and the high end. So if you want a more modern mix, as the name implies. Here we have our drive knob, which controls the amount of soft saturation that is coming out of the studio tape, so we can add a subtle amount of saturation. But of course, like most mastering software, subtle is better, so we can add a subtle amount of drive here to our music to give it a nice warmer tone to it. Over here we have our speed value, which changes the quality of the tone. A slower speed is gonna sound more lo-fi, while a faster speed is gonna sound more hi-fi or more defined. We got a stop effect here. And if you want more control over your sound, or you want more imperfections, we can open here the advanced tab. And we have our calibration, which adds instability to our music, as well as some noise, so we can add a noise floor here to our music. And you're gonna notice that the instability doesn't sound like, for example, tape mellify, where you have your warble and it sounds very, very aggressive. This is gonna sound much more cleaner because it's a studio mixing software. It's not meant to add extreme amounts of warbles. Instead, it's gonna give you a nice, subtle but noticeable vintage effect here. We have our EQ to change the tone of the mix here. And this is a perfect mixing software here to just have at the end of a chain here of the master. So after you do your mastering, just dropping in the J-37 is going to give you a nice vintage analog warmth to your track. It's going to really make your music stand out quite a bit. And something really nice is the delay loop here that's here inside of the J-37. So if I disable the drums here for a minute, I just use it on my synths. It sort of acts like a tape delay, so it's not actually functioning as a delay that you would expect. It sounds like you're adding feedback or it's overwriting on top of the tape that you're already playing. So it sounds really unique, it sounds really cool. It makes it sound fuller, but it doesn't overcome or it doesn't overlay on top of the music that you're already playing. So it's really nice if you, for example, have this nice array of synths and you want to add more depth and you want it to sound fuller, just adding this delay loop as you guys heard. So let's listen a before and after. So let's listen to without the J-37 here. So as you guys can listen, the J-37 really gives it a nice vintage warm feel. It makes it sound warm and cozy. It makes it sound lo-fi. It really gives it a nice tone to this already groovy track that sounds vintage with the chords and the basses and the melody. And just adding this J-37 as the mastering plugin here on this beat really makes it shine, and it really gives it that nice magic and the nice little special touch that was missing on this track. So if you want that nice authentic analog warmth inside of your DAW, because you can't afford a studio recorder or don't live near a studio that has a analog tape recorder, because let's be honest, they are super expensive. The J-37, the tape J-37 by Arturia is gonna work magic, and it's gonna do wonders on your music, and it's gonna give it that nice unique touch that's gonna really make your song stand out from the rest. So like I mentioned, the link is gonna be down below in the description. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, comment down below what you guys think about the Arturia J-37 studio tape plugin. And while you're at it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. This was Soundkiller. Thank you, Arturia, for sending out early access to the J-37 plugin. It's been really fun. I've been really creative with it. I've really enjoyed the plugin so far, and I definitely think that you guys are going to enjoy it too. And it's going to definitely improve your music. So, link is down in the description for Arturia's website. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.